Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib was born in the year 637 in the city of Medina during the reign of the Rashidun Caliphate. After memorizing the Quran and completing his religious studies, Ibn al-Musayyib became a teacher at the Prophet's mosque in Medina, and he gained a large following due to his eloquence. Besides being a teacher, Ibn al-Musayyib also earned a living by working as an olive oil merchant, and he would use his wealth to help the poor and needy. After the collapse of the Rashidun Caliphate and the rise of the Umayyad Empire, the Umayyad Caliph tried to pressure Ibn al-Musayyib to publicly pledge allegiance to him in order to gain popular support. However, Ibn al-Musayyib refused to pledge allegiance to the Umayyads because of their injustice. When the brutal Umayyad general known as Muslim bin Uqba took control of the city of Medina, he prevented people from praying at the Prophet's mosque. However, Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib refused to leave the Prophet's mosque. Ibn al-Musayyib was almost killed by the Umayyads for refusing to obey orders, but he was saved by his followers who interceded on his behalf. After realizing the huge influence of Ibn al-Musayyib, the Umayyad governor of Medina approached him and stated, "The Caliph wrote to me stating that if you do not pledge allegiance, I should strike your neck." Ibn al-Musayyib refused to be intimidated and did not pledge allegiance to the Umayyads. Therefore, he was publicly lashed 50 times. Ibn al-Musayyib continued to oppose the Umayyads, and he once threw a handful of pebbles at the brutal Umayyad governor known as Hajjaj bin Yusuf while he was visiting Medina. Ibn al-Musayyib remained a popular preacher at the Prophet's mosque throughout the reigns of multiple Umayyad caliphs, and the Umayyads eventually changed their strategy and tried to win him over to their side. The Umayyad Caliph sent him multiple gifts, but he refused to accept any of them. He also refused to accept a stipend from the Umayyad government, and he was able to provide for himself and his family through his olive oil business. The world is vile and inclined towards every vile person. More vile than this world is he who takes it unlawfully, seeks it in the wrong way, and spends it in the wrong way. After the tactic of sending him gifts and money failed, the Umayyad Caliph known as al-Walid offered to marry his daughter to Ibn al-Musayyib, but he rejected the proposal. Ibn al-Musayyib continued to ignore those in power, and he refused to pause his lessons when caliphs would come to visit him at the Prophet's mosque. He disliked arrogance and called on his students to be humble. The hand of God is above his servants. Whoever raises himself, God will lower him, and whoever lowers himself, God will raise him. Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib continued to teach at the Prophet's mosque until he passed away in the year 715.